What's up guys, it's Ryu here, and today we're going to be talking about what's coming up after the 350 million down celebration. It's been here for quite a minute, so a lot of people are forgetting that we are going to get something new after a couple of days, which I think is like 9 days ish or something like that left of this celebration, which, you know, it's been a long minute since we've, you know, had part 1. Now we're finally at part 3 and all that type of stuff, so we're finally nearing to the end of all of this stuff. So other than that, we're gonna go look at what the next DOKKANFEST is gonna have, what their celebration is going to have in it, and all that type of stuff. There are things that could be changing within this, I guess you could say, celebration period, because yes, they could mix match some things, but it will make the most sense for this to come out right now, because it kind of still follows the order of the timeline in which DOKKANFEST is supposed to come out, and it just seems like it'd be the right time. Which, of course, after this we might be getting an extra banner that usually isn't in the schedule, but we'll talk about that in another video. It has been a long time since I have made a video, because in all honesty, all the stuff that's been coming up for the down celebration, it's kind of self-explanatory. There really wasn't that much to cover, although I am trying to, you know, do my own stuff on my account. Usually I would stream it. I'm trying to get it done right now because I'm, you know, doing a bunch of stuff at once. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully try to stream a little bit more in the coming celebration. We're also gonna be hopefully making more videos as well regarding Dokkan, because now that we're out of the down celebration, I feel like we're gonna be talking about a lot more things happening, because we're not in a month-long celebration where you know, there's just not a bunch of crazy stuff happening that hasn't already been talked about 3,000 times. So let's go ahead and talk about this next celebration, which is the Dispel the Wet Season campaign. Now, of course, it's gonna be called something else on global, but this is going to be what celebration I think is going to be coming to the global side after the down celebration, and this is the celebration with the AGL GOHAN. Now, this AGL GOHAN has 2 units that are new, of course, as always, and then the rest of the banners, I don't know, man. It depends on your box if you're gonna like want these units or not. The AGL GOHAN is a defense behemoth. He's going to add a bunch of defense to the teams that he's on. There is one little, I guess you could say, con to having him as a unit, or his kit as a unit, but I'll get into that in a second. And then Garlic Jr., he's probably one of the best supports in the game, rivaling Turles as well. We'll talk about him in a second. But keeping on with their banner. Their banner is all right. They're not too bad. It's not filled with units that you would have a billion of, but there are units that I guess you could say that aren't really hype. Of course, you have the AGL GOHAN and the Garlic Jr., 2 really nice units to have. And then you have SJ for Gogeta, which a lot of people still want and need. You have In Future GOHAN, which a lot of people are iffy about. He hasn't come back on global as much as you'd want him to, but I don't think he is that hype for you to be able to want to summon on this banner just for him. Physical Piccolo has been on a lot of banners, and I think Android 13 has also been on a lot of these banners as well. And then Turles as well. He's pretty old unit. A lot of people probably have him rainbowed. A lot of people probably have him period. If you're a newer player, well, this is your chance to stock up on some good support units. But other than that, this banner, I guess you could say, is kind of average, including the DOKKANFEST and the new banner unit. For this GOHAN, when he's a TUR, he is going to have the Heavenly Events category key plus 3 HP Titan Defense 170%. He also is going to have Bonded Master Disciple category key plus 3 and HP Titan Defense 150%. He raises defense and causes immense damage with a medium chance of stunning enemy, which is not bad. And he also does the same thing for his unit super attack. He raises defense, gets a little bit of extra attack, with a high chance of stunning if you have a Piccolo or Krillin on the team. They do not have to be on the same turn. So that isn't going to be necessarily, I guess you could say, hard to make it in their respective teams. But the problem is with this GOHAN is that you're probably going to want to run him on hybrids, because, you know, the hybrids go well with the hybrids. And with him being on hybrids, and him, I guess you could say his primary use would be on hybrids, due to the fact that some of these categories not a lot of people run. Bonded Master Disciple, not a lot of people run it. Heavenly Events, I don't see a lot of people running that either on the JP side. I just think that he will stay where he usually is, and that's being used on Hybrid Saiyans. Now, the problem with this unit is what I'm going to be talking about, which is his passive skill, but also his unit super attack isn't going to be proccing if you're using him on a Hybrid Saiyans team. Same with Goku's family, you're also going to be able to proc that either. There's just a lot of things that you're not going to be able to use as much when rocking him on his, you know, best team, I guess you could say. But he is a defense 158%, attack 158% when forming super attack, plus an additional attack and defense 58% when there's another heavily advanced category ally attacking the same turn, plus an additional attack 58% and stuns attacked enemy when performing a super attack after receiving an attack. So yes, he's going to be pretty much a monster in Super Battle Road, ESBR, stuff like that. He's going to be absolutely nasty, and he also gives 3 key to everyone and defense 58%. So of course you're going to want to run him on Heavenly Event. You're going to want to run him on a Hybrid Saiyans mostly, I guess you could say. Now with this Gohan, I guess you could say for Heavenly Event, this passive is really good. It makes everyone basically have high defense, which is going to save you a butt ton in a lot of these harder events. But when talking about his other team that I guess you could say a lot more people are going to be running him on, which is hybrids, he kind of fills in a spot that doesn't need to be filled up. There's already so many defensive style units in that, I guess you could say, in that team. You got the Tech Goten and Trunks, and the AGL Goten and Trunks. You know, all of the units that are, you know, that work together really well, like the Tech and in a Goten and Trunks, and the AGL and physical Trunks and Goten. Those are all really good units that have really high defense when they're paired with someone. You have Tech Ultimate Gohan, who basically doesn't take any damage. There's a bunch of units that are very defensive in that team, and this unit adds even more defense, which there kind of really is no reason for this unit to be on that team at all. Of course, if you pull them, you might want to use them because it adds even more defense, so why not? You're basically being an immovable wall. But in all honesty, in my opinion, I do think that this unit, this is why I don't like him as much. Y'all may like him in a different way. Y'all may use him in a different way, which is adds more value to what your box and your teams that you actually run. Me personally, I don't see him as of any use for me, but other people may, so do think that he is pretty good. Like I said, his main teams, which are going to be Hybrid Saiyans and possibly Heavenly Events, those categories, especially Hybrid Saiyans, are not going to need his passive, I guess you could say. What's it called? Heavenly Events, their team is alright. They have okay units, but see, this is the thing I'm talking about. This is a very restrictive team. Not a lot of people are going to be running this team. So, you know, his passive kind of nullifies itself. Hybrids is where he's going to shine the most, and he isn't going to be getting much use out of there because his, I guess you could say, his reason for being on the team is already been done without him on the team. So I guess you could say, I don't know, this unit's a little meh in my opinion. I see a lot of people skipping this banner unit for whatever we're getting next, which, you know, a lot of people are waiting for the Super Vegeta that's going to come out soon. But I guess you could say the primary MVP of this banner, I guess you could say, is the Garlic Jr. He's going to be leading the Heavily Events category. He plus 3 HP, attack and defense 120%. He greatly raises his attack, which is already good. He gets attack and defense 160% plus an additional 60% and medium chance of stunning the attacked enemy when attacking super class enemies, which is really good in ESBR and also Super Battle Road. And then extreme class allies keep plus 3 attack and defense 40%, which is goated. And recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn when an attack was received. Not only does he have a healing factor to him, he also gives some really good support for extreme class allies with 3 key and attack and defense 40%, which is really nice. He has a chance of stunning, which is really good too. And he is on he leads Heavenly Event, which will help in Clash if you use categories. I personally don't. And then he also has greatly raised attack, so this dude's gonna be really good for the long run in a lot of these events. The only thing I can see a problem with is his defense, kinda, because he doesn't have a greatly raised defense or simply a one-turn defense buff. So he's gonna be hitting hard, but he might be getting hit hard back as well. His categories are what's really important because he is a support lead, so you do want to run him on teams that he's actually going to fit on. He is int, so of course he's going to be on extreme int. He is also going to be on Resurrected Warriors, Transformation Boost, Dragon Ball Seekers, Time Travelers, Terrifying Conquerors, Revenge, and Heavenly Events. A lot of these categories don't really need it per se, but of course giving them the extra boost and the extra attack is going to help them tremendously, and also give them a lot of attack, so they're going to be hitting real hard. With this celebration, we're also going to be getting a story event, which is Demonic Threat, Garlic Jr.'s Invasion, and this is going to give us the Krillin and Piccolo unit that we are going to be getting from the story event. They are going to be leading Heavily Events category, key plus 3, and then 50% to all stats. They're going to be raising attack and defense for 1 turn, And then they're also going to be doing attacking defense for 100%, plus an additional attacking defense 100% when there's a Gohan kid on the team. So you kind of want to run these units with the new Gohan, and then plus an additional attacking defense 100% and foresees enemy super attack when there's a Gohan kid attacking the same turn. So of course, if you have them right next to each other, you're going to be getting the most out of this unit. And then heavenly events category, key +3 and attacking defense 30%. So these units are pretty good for the heavenly event team. You're going to be wanting to run them with the Gohan, because that's going to make the best out of what team you can make right there. Plus you're going to be able to see the enemy super attack, probably put that Gohan where the super attack is, and you're basically going to take no damage. They are on a few categories, which sucks, which is joint forces, which is an irrelevant team, no one uses it. Kamehameha could work, battle of wits could work, and of course their primary use would be heavenly events. After this, the next main thing I guess you could say is the physical cooler EZA, which is really good, helps out Wicked Bloodline. He's going to be absolutely amazing. Of course he gets the 130 stat and the 90 stat to extreme and super. He massively lowers defense, and then his attacking defense become 120%, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, and then plus an additional attacking defense 8% with each attack performed. So this dude's going to be hitting like a freaking truck. All I gotta say is that this buff at the end right here is going to make him hit so hard, and other than that, him getting the stat boost period is going to make him hit hard. Him getting the stat boost would have been okay for the EZA because he was already busted. I guess you could say now that he's going to get absolutely busted because this man's going to be hitting like a truck now, and he is on a plenty amount of categories, which is movie bosses, transformation boost, wicked bloodline, terrifying conquerors, target Goku, final trump card, space traveling warriors, and planetary destruction. So yeah, this is probably going to be one of the nicest EZAs to come out for now. And we also have the very last thing, which not a lot of people care about, but you know, it's still a thing in the celebration, which is the versus Piccolo chain battle, which is going to be heavily events, revenge, and bottom master disciple. You're gonna want to be running a butt ton of Gohan, so that's basically what you want to run to get all those links up. And then for the extreme side is either going to be Slug or Junior or Nappa. I'm not sure actually with how JP did it. I'm not sure which one is the best one in terms of the extreme side, but I do know for the Gohan, you're gonna be wanting to run all these Gohans that share a bunch of these links. So probably a lot of these Super Saiyan Gohans are gonna help a lot. Other than that, that's going to be pretty much it for this video. That's going to be the next celebration we're going to get after the download celebration, which is a little bit hype, a little bit not. I don't know. It depends on what you think about the Gohan. We're also going to be getting this LR Goku and Piccolo. And other than that, that should be it. Oh, and I forgot, we're also getting the LR EZA for the Imp Gohan, and we're also going to be getting the, what is it called, the Goku and Piccolo, and the EZA for this guy as well. So you can expect all of that in part 1, and in part 2 of the celebration, we're going to be getting all of this stuff, but we can take that in another video. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. See y'all in the next one, and peace.